teas, and today is Thursday's tea. And all the others have been sort of just a pleasant tea to enjoy. Well, the tea today, I hope you enjoy it, but it's more on the medicinal tea. It has a real purpose that I'm making it. We're coming up to a full moon in January. I think it's around the 20th, I'm not sure. But it's a known fact that people don't sleep quite as well in the full moon. So this tea is designed for insomnia. I don't know how many of you ever have trouble sleeping. I do once in a while, more than I would like. And so this would be a good tea to go to for that. But the trouble is, all of these are considered in the bitter group. But remember, with the bitter, it's bittersweet. Okay, now with that said, we are going to use, and I started out thinking I'd use my 3 parts of catnip, but it's too bitter. I had to back down. I'm using chamomile, catnip, and lavender. So chamomile is going to be our 3 parts, catnip our 2, and lavender a half part. Okay, but I want to tell you about catnip. We think of it, those of us who have had cats and any experience with catnips, they go crazy. But with us, it puts us to sleep. It's good for insomnia. But let me tell you some of the other things that you may not know about it. It is one of the few herbs. It's a bitter herb, but it's a calming herb. It's good for your digestion. It does all sorts of good things. If you have gas, indigestion, heartburn, things of that sort, you want to have some catnip tea. And like I say, it's wonderful for insomnia. Oh, and it's astringent. And anyway, it has some qualities that very few, a quality of combinations that very few other herbs have. So when I put it as the main star today and tasted it, I thought, no, too bitter. But it's funny, Tom came along and he tasted the tea and he said, I don't taste bitter, I taste sweet. So I think each of us might have a little bit variation on the taste there. But what we're going to do, and I'm going to go back to the scale method. I'm not going to do this every time, but I might as well. And being that I got volume and weight so mixed up the other day. And I'm going to do it by weight.
To tea or not to tea?
Yes, to tea or not to tea. So we're going to take the chamomile and we're going to put in 3 parts. And I think this will still be a little bit on the bitter side for some of you. And you may want to be sure and put honey in this tea as you drink it. Now, I'm going to go for, okay, okay, 3, okay, wait just a minute. I measured this before. I've got just a little bit. It should be 9 grams. There it's 9 grams. So what I want this then to come up to 12. I want 3 grams of this. And I'm just a little low. And there I am. Okay, then if I do a half, I'm just going to come up a one and a half. Or if I do, here. And this is the lavender, so you want a half part. Close enough. So there is my tea, and like I say, this tea has a real purpose. It will help you sleep. So take this, maybe I suggest even taking a cup maybe an hour before bedtime, and then have another cup before bed. Okay, so there we have it, and I'm gonna put some in my little tea sock here. My tea bag, it's not a sock. And this time when I steep it, I'm going to be steeping it between 8 and 11 minutes, just because the longer it steeps, the bitter it will become. And so I think at 8 minutes, if you want a little more enjoyable tea, and do it then. Okay, it goes in my teapot, and this nice little teapot I bought in Seattle one year when I worked at the Bon Marché. We went into this cute little shop, and there it was. And I think it's sort of neat. On the bottom side, it says Arthur Wood and Son, Stratfordshire, England, and then it says 1884. Okay, I don't know if my water, I think my water might be hot enough. I'm going to check. If it doesn't steam right away, yes, it's hot enough. Okay, and there is my pot of tea. I'll set it on for, and there is my cup. Okay, and we'll set it for 8 minutes. So in 8 minutes from now, you should have a cup of tea that will help you sleep through the full moon. So there you have it. And have a good day. Drink a cup of tea. Okay, this is a postscript on my Thursday tea. I really wanted catnip to be the star. And when I made it the first time, I made it too strong and it was bitter. So then I changed and went to the chamomile. But I want to go back. In fact, I did go back and I didn't make the tea as strong. I've got it in this little one and I am tasting it. It does have a tip full of honey in the bottom, but that's up to you. But this, like I say, is more of a medicinal type tea, but it's also a very drinkable tea, really is, if you don't get it too strong. And so I would go back and I would give you the 3 parts of catnip. For one thing, catnip is boost your immune system. It's not just to make you relaxed and whatnot, but it's good for your immune system. And tomorrow I'm going to be using it in a cold and flu type tea that will be good for this season. So be sure and catch that on Friday. And then I went back, so I had the 3 parts of the catnip, 2 parts of your chamomile, and your half part of the lavender. They're all relaxing herbs. They're all would help with insomnia. They're all bitter herbs, and that's why if you get them too strong, and again, I didn't steep it the 11 minutes. I started drinking it at the 8, but you know what? I'll drink it after, because I'm not taking my little tea bag, that muslin bag that you see, I'm letting it sit in there. So I'll drink it until it gets too strong, which I might drink the whole thing, Tom and I. I mean, this only holds a little over a cup, so that's not much. I'm not sure how much this one holds. So that's what I went and did, and I just wanted to tell you that. Catnip is an extremely good little herb. I know it sounds funny because, well, its name for one thing is sort of funny, but it's funny what it does to cats and then how good it is for us. So I'll let you go again, and I just wanted to add that.